Planned Parenthood is putting out for kids. They're taking, listen, the sodomites are after your kids, and the liberals are after your kids, and the devil's after your kids. They want to try to, and I talked about this on the Watchman broadcast this week, they want to sexualize your kids at a very young age. See, we're hearing about all the weirdos out there that are getting caught chatting with little girls on the internet and hooking up with them. One guy that was on the news the other day, 73-year-old man, a 73-year-old man drove from West Virginia halfway across the country to hook up with some teenage boy to go to bed with him. And they caught him. Okay? And they said, yeah, that's the weirdos and the creeps. Well, I'm telling you, it's Planned Parenthood. It's Planned Parenthood and NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association, and all of these other liberal groups that want to sexualize. You remember Jocelyn Elders. Jocelyn Elders, the Attorney General under Bill Clinton. She was notorious for wanting to teach graphic sex education as young as kindergarten age in the public schools. And there's words that's floating around in my mind that she was using that I'm not saying. Is there an agenda after your kids? Better count on it. It's your job, Mom and Dad, to protect your... Oh, by the way, your job to protect your kids. And on theblaze.com, you remember the guy that shot his daughter's laptop? That video went viral. And a bunch of do-gooder liberals that saw the video called family services on this guy and said, they need to get out and investigate him. He's going to kill his daughter, man. And the police went out there and the family services went out there and they were high-fiving the guy and they said, we need more parents like you out here. Protect your kids. And the guy, the dad, what was his name? What was his name? I haven't even got to what I wanted to get to yet. Anyway, he basically said, you know what? It's when parents need to wake up and realize that it is not the public school's job to raise their kids and teach their kid morality. He said, that's the parent's job. And he said, I haven't been doing my job. He said, I'm going to do my job. He just happens to be carrying. And he said the only regret that he had in using the pistol was that he should have used his .22 pistol instead of his .45. Would have been a lot cheaper on him. And yes, .22 bullets are a lot cheaper than .45 caliber bullets. Anyway, let's see here. What else? What else do I have? I got to get that off my screen. What else do I have up here? Let me show you a picture. It's all starting to make sense now. It's all starting to make sense now. Does anybody know what this is? Okay. This is the Ark of Hope. Now, somebody drew my attention to this, I don't know, about 8 years ago, something like that. A pastor's wife said, Pastor Mike, have you heard of this? And she introduced me to it. And so there's not a lot of information on the internet about it, but I started looking into it. And it's one of those things that I looked into a long time ago, and I just kind of stored in my little... I stored it in my cerebral file cabinet. That's this right here. And I always had it in my mind, and several people have said, hey, Pastor Mike, you've ever heard of the Ark of Hope? And I'm going, yeah, I've heard of it. And a lot of times it's good for me to just go back and redo some of the research that I've done over the years, and I go, oh, I get it now. The Ark of Hope, let me see if I can read very quickly what a little bit. I pulled up some websites, and you can do your own research as well if you want. In 1999, visual artist Cameron Davis and Sally Linder came together with a small group of artists in Vermont to share their common sorrows about the state of the world. Out of their questioning and desire to promote global healing arose a collaborative idea. As artists, they recognize that art is precious, is a promise that promotes healing, and that changes in awareness precede meaningful action. So basically, they built this box called the Ark of Hope. Now, it is modeled after the Ark of the Covenant. In fact, it's a mockery of it. It's modeled after the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant, remember, is God's throne. It is His mercy seat. And inside the ark is a picture of the throne of God. It's a picture of Christ. Inside of the ark was the Ten Commandments. That's a picture of us because we have God's law written on our inward parts and all that. So inside the real Ark of the Covenant was a copy of the Ten Commandments and Aaron's rod that budded and the manna and so on and so on. The blood of the lamb sprinkled 7 times on there would be found on the seat itself. And so they built this Ark of Hope as a mockery of the Ark of God. And they put on the inside of this Ark, they put, what was it they put on? The Earth Charter. The Earth Charter. You know what the Earth Charter is? It was written by some guy named Rockefeller. Is there any conspiracy theories linked with Rockefeller? And Maurice Strong and Newager and Mikhail Gorbachev, the guy with the big mark on his forehead. These are all globalist, New World Order people and such. And the Earth Charter talks about promoting social and economic justice. By the way, that's the same junk that's coming out of most pulpits now. Social justice. I'm preaching social justice today. Well, that's from the Earth Charter. Sustainable development. Don't have anything harmful to the planet. This and that and the other. It's basically, if you go and look at the Earth Charter and the Georgia Guidestones, basically go hand in hand because they're all about let's see if we can kill off 6.5 billion people off the planet, and let's kill everybody off so we don't violate Mother Nature. And so this Ark of Hope represents a throne and a spirit. And it represents something that's going to sit on that throne. Now, let me show you you see what's painted on there. There's some paintings on all 4 sides of this. And just before the broadcast today, I started looking at this, and I'm going, oh, I remember this stuff. On the 4 sides, it has the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Now, I want you to notice that earth and water are opposites. Okay, there's wet and dry. That's opposite. Air and fire. Now let's see. Let me get this right. Earth and air are opposites. Fire and water are opposites. Now I got it right. Okay. Earth and air are opposites to each other. Water and fire are opposites to each other. And when all 4 of them are combined together, they form what's called spirit, which is called the 5th element. It looks like this. The 5 elements. That's what it looks like. Hence, we have the pentagram. Hence, now we understand what's behind all of this. We understand the spirit that's moving here. It's, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High. Here is another rendering of this element's symbols. You have earth and air. Notice that they are triangles, one pointing up, one pointing down. That is the male and the female principle. Water and fire mingled together, male and female. Yin and yang, unity and balance. Notice what it makes. It makes the hexagram. You are going to be, as our friends in England say, you are going to be gobsmacked when you see the Watchman broadcast next week. I've already recorded it. It is being edited just as we're speaking, hopefully. Lindsay, you better be down there working hard on it. These people want to see the Watchman video broadcast. Let me bring that symbol back up again. Where it says unity and balance. That's a hexagram. Hexagram means a graphic way of writing the number 6, because that's what the word hex means. Okay? That's what the word hex means. Now, I'm going to give you just a preview of the Watchman broadcast for next week. Okay? It should come out Sunday. In fact, I've got to have it done before I get on a plane Sunday afternoon to go to a secret location. Some of you know and some of you don't. An article came, and listen, I love what you people do and how you help me. I mean, I could not do half of what I'm doing here without the help of people who are sending me articles. Pastor Mike, look at this. Pastor Mike, look at this. Pastor Mike, look at this. And I look at them. I promise you I look at them, because hopefully some of you who have sent me stuff have seen it show up on the Watchman broadcast, and you go, I sent that in. Hey, he got that for me. And I don't mind you doing that. You know, give credit where credit's due. But anyway, somebody sent me an article. They're saying, Pastor Mike, got to look at this one. And in fact, really, if you want to get my attention, that's what you put either on the heading of your email or the first line. Pastor Mike, take a look. Okay? And I will. And so they sent me an article, a link to an article about this new breed of monkeys. Now, do you remember the movie Planet of the Apes, this latest one that came out? It was about an evolution in monkeys. So here we have this company in this movie that is working and experimenting on monkey DNA to make them different than what they are. And so hence, science fiction becomes science fact. A group of scientists made the world's first chimera monkeys. They took DNA from different species and mashed them together, and they made... This is funny. I just thought of this. They made 3 monkeys, one doing this, one doing this, and one doing this. By the way, if you ever get a chance to watch the original Planet of the Apes with Chucky Heston in it, when Charlton Heston is brought before the Monkey Council, and he starts talking to them and declaring he's a man and this and that and the other, they put this in the movie. It's hilarious. They put it into this movie, these monkeys sitting at the table, and one of them's doing this, and one of them's doing this, and one of them's doing this. Which, I don't know if you know what that is. Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. And so anyway, but this company, these scientists made these 3 monkeys that are chimeras. Chimera is an animal, a mythical creature. The word chimera, get this, the word chimera means she-goat. The chimera is a mythical creature